Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday evening. It's 8:45. That means it's time for our final race of the week. It's MRC X-Treme, of course. Round 10. Tonight we are at the Spanish Grand Prix, Circuit de Catalunya. Been on the calendar a long time, obviously recently returned to its more original layout as well. X-Treme boys get their chance now. All the tiers are done. And let's see if they can put us out with a great finale. Obviously X-Treme, no assists, so these should be the best of the best. Now for the evening, for the first time joining me on the commentary team, not the first time you've heard him of course, it's the first time we've been together. It's of course the hairy man. He's back from trying to set a new parsecs record. It's of course Wookie. Good evening, Aaron.
Afternoon, Mark. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad.
Good stuff.
Recovering from that race.
Yeah, I was about to ask how you got on. Yeah.
Well, for no practice, I don't think I did too bad, but
Yeah, I saw you behind me a couple of times, and then unfortunately that you got that 3-second penalty.
my pace just drops off as well. But
Yeah, I think as I was saying to you before, this tonight's the best I've felt on since I started wheel. So get in there slowly.
I think I need to look at my wheel and the settings and everything, because it just didn't feel right tonight.
Yeah, I heard that the settings always getting reset on this game every time they do a new patch or update, so it might be worth checking them. Yeah.
Something's definitely gone wrong. Who's that? Is that Kaiser just started a lap? You confident taking us through one, or do you want me to do it?
You do this one, mate.
No worries. So break it down into turn 1, about the 100 metre board, maybe a bit later if you're brave. Hook the inside curve for turn 1, and now for the turn 2. Now for the very long turn 3, seems to go on forever. Braking around the bridge into turn 4. He's locked a little bit there, but still keeping plenty of momentum. Run it out wide and then cross over to the right hand side, ready for the next corner. Turn 6, I believe we call that one. The kink is turn 7, and then we have this uphill this is turn 7. Whoever decided to set an uphill off camber chicane is mental, but turn 9 pretty flat out in qualifying, almost flat out in the race. DRS zone of course, brake around 80 metres, hook it in for turn 10 and then run it out wide just to get the traction. Tuck in for turn 11, don't get too much on the curb or it really throws your car around. Now the bit where it's gone back to its original layout. Obviously the chicane has gone, flies around the final corner, DRS wide open, and we have a 114.3. We also have Chris with a 113.2 and Baby Hornet with a 113.3 so far as well. Let's see what else we've got on the lap.
Yeah, some good laps on the ball so far.
Faster than anything I managed. I couldn't hook it up for some reason. I think I really need to start racing X or something, get some practice.
I did my first lap, which was a 140, I think around Don Day in Kaiser's time, and then I lost it on turn 9 on my way back to the pits, and that was me.
I think in the end we finished about 0.006 apart in time wise.
That's close.
I lost about 3/10 as well on that final run, but it happens. It's qualifying, it's obviously sudden death.
My move with a 12.8.
Yeah, what do we call that's it, Cowboy. The nickname we gave him last week. Colin watching along saying good luck guys. Well, hopefully these guys will show us how it's done. There we go. Let's watch Mr. MRC himself, of course, single track in his Williams. One of the most prestigious teams on the grid. Hopefully in the next few years they'll be back up there.
Mr. Bailey has set that a lap of 13.2 on a set of mediums.
He does this all the time. I think it was me and Simon discussed it last week. I think it might have been on Friday actually for X. A lot of people will set a time on mediums and then you go about a second quicker when you go onto the softs. Chris seems to get more out of the mediums and then only improves by about half a second on average when he goes to the softs. He seems to be a bit weird like that. He clearly sets his car up more for racing, so the softs just don't work for him.
There's some trickery going on there.
He's been like it for several games now.
Yeah. I know Ant was the same, wasn't it? Well, no, that was always intermediates, wasn't it? Like Bergen is now.
Yeah, intermediate guys. I mean, Smith, his first run on intermediates in the last race was quicker than my first run on mediums. What's that all about? Jules won 12.2. Single track won 13.2. I suppose Williams boys out.
Yeah, I remember when I first started on last year's game with Smith, I think, was just new to MRC, and seeing his progress has been very interesting to watch.
Well, he was in it the game before. I think he joined in either the end of 2021 or start of 2022. But I think last game is when he decided to drop all the assists, so obviously he went super slow.
Yeah.
And then he's built his way back up, because he used to run a lot of assists. A lot of people made that transition on the last game, or this game, because it's a lot easier than it used to be.
Yeah, see, I've heard mixed things. I've heard this game favours pad users more, whereas last year, obviously, the wheel over-favoured the pad more. But that's what I mean. I'm hearing a lot of mixed things. Now that I'm on wheel, I can't even think about going back to controller now.
You go on a track, say like, for example, Singapore, Monaco, the street tracks where traction is a premium, you will find pad users always get that bit more traction. The games have always slightly give them an easier traction because of the fact that they're on a pad. They've got a lot less to work with. You've got that very tiny trigger as opposed to a very long pedal. Well, so they've always had a slight traction advantage.
Yeah, there's always that controversy lately going on in esports about the throttle input between a computer, a pad, and yeah, like you said, the distance between a pedal and a pad is obviously ridiculously big.
Yeah, I mean, even the PlayStation 5 pads with these adaptive triggers, there's nothing there.
Oh yeah, yeah. And if you have them triggers on, you can feel everything through your fingers.
I mean, I've tried it. I found it really weird. It was better than it used to be, but I can't go back now. I've been on a wheel for over 3 years.
Yeah.
I tried last game when I hurt my foot and I couldn't race properly. I tried it on a pad and I couldn't do it. I was about 3 seconds a lap off my pace.
Chris Bailey's coming up to the final corner now.
Yeah, we've just been watching his lap, so we'll see if he wants to prove me wrong. Oh, he went for 8/10 this time. Just to prove me wrong. Thanks, Mr. Bailey.
3,000 temps quicker than Mr. Bailey.
I'll be having words with that blowhole after this. RMR pops up 12.7. Got anybody there? I think single track's on his way back to the pits. He's flashing a lot anyway.
Yeah, Williams looking strong tonight. 1 and 4.
I think Kaiser may have just started a lap, but I'm going to have a look if anybody else has. Maybe Smith, because we haven't seen a Red Bull yet.
Yeah, I was about to say Smith's on that.
I'll try and share it out as much as I can so we don't have the same cars on the screen all the time.
Now Kaiser's 9/10 up on his time.
We'll jump to him in a second. Smith goes 1:13.4.
Currently coming up to turn 7, Kaiser.
Yeah, I think it's just going around turn 6 in here. There we go. 7 and 8. That corner is absolutely ridiculous.
This is where I lost it on qualifying here.
Oh, I had a couple of moments there in the race.
It's so easy done.
You throw it in thinking, yes, it's going to stick, and then all of a sudden your back end just goes bye-bye.
Yeah,
I had a moment at turn 10 as well. I dropped to second instead of third. Put the power down like I normally would, and the back end just went bye.
Yeah, literally. And before I knew it, my front wheel was gone.
Oh, Kaiser's pitted.
Oh, right.
He must have lost all that extra.
Well.
Friddy's invalidated. Bobo, the Mr. Dominator of Tier 3. See how he's getting on. Not in his usual Williams tonight. He's driving the Bull of the Red.
Yeah, almost back on board with Givy. He's just about to start his first lap.
There we go. Bobo goes P4. That is some mental time. Gebby, did you say?
Yeah, Gevy's coming
Yeah.
up to the start line now.
We'll jump on board with him then and get a lap with the Mercedes. See how he gets on in the machine that can't decide what colour it wants to be. In the last couple of seasons we've gone from black to silver to black and silver.
Yeah, now they've just gone with best of both worlds, haven't they? I must admit though, this is probably one of their best liveries.
I quite liked the black ones myself.
Yeah, I did like them, especially on the night circuits at Singapore.
I know originally they did the black livery to support Hamilton's whole Black Lives Matter thing, but then it became that popular they stuck with it. And
Right, yeah.
the silver one just didn't have the same impact. Because they thought, oh right, let's go back to the silver arrows, that's what we're supposed to be. And it wasn't as liked. I think that's why they've done a mix of both. Because then obviously you got some complainers when they went back to black last season. So they've given us the best of both worlds now.
Yeah, just help yourself.
Let's see what we get from Gary. 113.0. See what else we've got on a lap. B17 in his Haas. I don't think he's on a lap. He seems to be flashing like a madman. Lopez flashing like crazy, as is Gabby, obviously on a cool down. I think we're now going to have to wait for people to come back out properly.
Right.
Eva Voice seems to be the first one who's going to start the next lap.
Yeah, I'm just on board with Laupi at the moment.
Is he actually on a lap?
I don't think he is, no, he's not burning any ERS.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them doing that, going around flashing like crazy.
Probably just doing a burner lap.
Oh, Eva Voice has actually finished his lap, 12.7. Even though it was telling me he was on an out lap.
Oh, right.
So fun from this game, isn't it?
Yeah, Stu. Yeah, he's not on a lap.
We never know anymore.
No, he's saying he's on 100% ERS. What's he doing? Is he like, yeah, he's in the pits.
Stu's pitted. Eva Voice we know just finished. It's going to have to be Chris Bailey then.
Yeah, the Ferrari's just on a lap now.
Because we know Chris is definitely on a lap.
Yeah, Chris is always on a lap.
He's actually about to come up to a Ferrari. I'm assuming that's going to be Bergen then, who was on an out lap currently.
I'm going to ride on board with Kaiser.
Chris giving it everything, locking up slightly into turn 10.
Currently up on his time. That downhill braking, so from 5 to 6 can catch you out.
Chris Bailey, nice improvement, 12.1.
Wow. Do you reckon we'll see anyone get into the 111s? I don't think so.
Agoni doesn't seem to be here this week, so probably not.
Oh no, yeah.
The new ghost of MRC. I think he's trying to give everybody a chance.
I was just about to say, I think he's taking a seat back on this one.
Although the thing with X-Treme, because each tier has its own point system,
and Kaiser doesn't improve.
No, that was quite a loss actually. Yeah, because each tier has its own point system within X-Treme, you earn your championship points based on how you do against your own tier. So actually, Armar, who was a tier 2, is actually leading the way on the championship.
Oh, is he?
Him and Yogoni were tied, but last week Armar won his tier, whereas Yogoni was second. So it actually put Armar in the lead by 7 points. If he has a really good result tonight, he's going to extend that lead.
Yeah, so it has. With you going into absence, that's really gonna shake things up.
Unless he's trying to be generous and go, you know what, I'm not going to be greedy, I'm not taking 3 championships this season, I'll just take 2 instead.
Well, so this would be Armar's second this season as well. Didn't he win? What did Armar win?
That was X last season.
Oh, that was X last season, yeah, my bad.
Because Armar's in Tier 2, which obviously Mark Hodgson's won.
Yeah.
Tier 1, I believe Agoni's already
yeah.
won. Bobo's pretty much won Tier 3 now.
No surprise there, really.
I'm not really keeping track of what's going on with X, I must admit. No, to me.
Quite a few drivers on out laps. And it's just about to start his now.
Agoni has already taken the X title. And Stube is looking like he's probably going to take the Challenger version. The only person who can actually stop him is Bobo. The man who seems to be stopping him from everything. Now let's ride on board with the beautiful McLaren and see how Ant's getting on. Obviously, I'm sure you'd agree, best looking car on the grid.
Absolutely, mate.
I think
all the way.
I think Ant's actually on an out lap. He's not really setting fast sectors. He's flashing like a madman.
Right.
So he's having an extra warm up.
Cross the lines, that is.
Let's see how Cowboy's getting on.
Single track is 2 temps up.
Pulling the toe from Friddy, and Cowboy goes P4. Bobo looks to have just started another one. Era's just started, has it? Although having a bit of...
This ERS collector is really throwing me off.
Oh, it's a nightmare, isn't it? Right, here we go. Lap with the McLaren. Let's see what he can do. He's probably going to be one of the last to even start one now.
Now single track is starting his lap.
So I stand corrected. Single track will probably be the last one to start a lap. Or somebody's just crossed the line.
Oh,
I think both Williams. One of the... Well, it'd be Dondage then, because we've only got one Sauber. There we go. Chris is done, Bergen's done, Baby Hornet's done, Kayser's done, Smith's done, Stube's done, with a slight improvement from Stube.
Yeah, slight improvement from single track as well. Coming up to how awkward.
Go away, Connor.
Chicane.
You daft head. He's just put in the chat. Simba and Connor 2.0.
Yeah, single track's up on his time through sector 2.
Ant seems to be up a bit as well. He's potential for taking pole here. So we'll stay on board. He's just on the final corner, and we are going to get 12.017. Just.
Here comes single track round the final corner now, down the straight. Oh, improved slightly, but not enough.
So there's only Jules left, and I think he's actually down. He is down. So there we go. That is our grid. We have Ant sneaks the pole at the final death. Chris Bailey in second, Bobo third, Jules fourth, Cowboy fifth, Armar sixth, Bergen seventh, Eva Voice eighth, Single Track ninth, Baby Hornet 10th, Kayser 11th, Gabby 12th, and we'll continue with that once we get the list on the screen. Definitely some good laps there at the end.
That was, definitely got interesting towards the end there.
So there we go. Dondage 13th, Lorpy 14th, Friddy 15th, Stoop 16th, Smith 17th, and B17 is 18th. Valid point that, Connor. Bobo is P3 in this, he's definitely tier 1 pace.
Yeah, we've been saying it since midway point of the season. I think that's why he's
early
been
in the season, to be fair.
Yeah, I think that's why he's been starting at the back for the past few races. And even today, still managed to get P3.
I mean, I'm hoping next season we can get a few more recruits in the door and have a better grid.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the racing in Tier 3 has got a lot better, like it is every week. But I mean, tonight that was a good race.
Definitely some great battles on track, and it's pretty clean as well. It's just...
Yeah, it was. I think it was one safety car and 2 VSCs.
So if anybody's watching who thinks they're on the pace for Tier 3, we have a Facebook page. Jump on there, ask for a link to the Discord, and of course, jump in. We have a Facebook page. Jump on there, ask for a... We have 10 people watching, so I think we should be expecting some likes here.
Yeah, you know the drill, guys. Hit the like button. Spread the love.
I know you're stuck listening to me, but come on, let's have some likes on this. We've got 3 so far. Oh, 4. There we go. 9 people watching. I think we can get at least 3 more. Come on.
Do you know the first race here was in 1913?
In Spain?
In here, but Catalonia, yeah.
Definitely wasn't this track, though.
Not this track, no.
I'm sure... Did this track debut late 80s, or was this the 90s one?
It was... I think it was around the 60s it got revived. Because obviously it ended during the Spanish Civil War. And then they stopped the racing here. And then they revived it again in the 60s.
I'm intrigued now. So this circuit broke ground in 89, was opened in 91, and has hosted the Spanish Grand Prix since 1991. Mr. Hills has just confirmed that as well. Not this track for sure, came in 1991, I think. Encyclopedia of Formula 1, he is.
Can I have it?
I knew it was in the late 80s, early 90s, so I'll take some bonus points for that. Because we got the Suzuka track around within about 3 to 4 years of this as well. I think it was before. That's obviously not been around forever either.
No, I really don't favour Suzuka. Every time I've raced there, it doesn't end well.
I've been close to winning there so many times and it's always gone wrong. And it's one track I really want to win at. Like Canada, I really want to win at Canada as well, my 2 favourite tracks.
So you've the times I've seen you race at Canada, you've done quite. You've had a strong race. It's just been misfortunes that have cost you it.
Always is. It's always a misfortune, or once I did spin out and hit the wall and DNF'd.
Yeah, I think where did I lose it last week? I think I lost it at turn 1 going into turn 2.
That's an unusual one.
No, because you've got that right hander. I think I went on the throttle too soon, and then yeah. No, sorry, it was turn 3 and 4. That sharp down left.
It was the chicane, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Because I remember seeing you were stranded on the side.
Yeah, straight into the wall there.
Hopefully this 5-minute break will be up soon and we can get to the action. That's what everybody's here to see, not listen to our racing stories and mild facts of when this track was first used and when they raced in Spain and all the rest of it. But it's good to have a few facts, it keeps things interesting.
Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton are currently tied on most wins here, with 6 each.
I'm guessing you'll be a bit too young to remember Schumacher's 96 race here.
Well, I obviously grew up with my dad watching it, so my dad's been watching it since Nigel Mansell times. So I do remember some races. The race I'll always remember though is when Alonso overtook or lapped Schumacher at Hungary.
I think that was 2005, that one.
Yeah, I always remember that race.
But yeah, 1996, it was the first year Schumacher went to Ferrari. That original car they gave him was an absolute dog. He was getting nowhere. He even crashed out at Monaco in the wet. On the first lap, I think it was. Which is not like him. He loves Monaco, he loved the wet. The very next race was at this track. It was absolute monsoon conditions. And he finished, I think it was over a minute ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, what was he in before? He was in the Jordan, wasn't he? The 91 Jordan.
He only raced in the Jordan for one race in 1991, even though he was there was dangled carrot of a deal, but then Benetton snapped him up.
That was it, yeah.
They saw what he did in that Jordan, dragging it to positions it shouldn't have been in. I know the gear, but I think it was the clutch gave out on, and that's what cost him anything in the race. I think he overburned it on the start.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah,
the clutch gave up, so obviously he retired, but the pace he'd set...
single tracks just spun out on the formation lap.
That's unusual. Bearing in mind he had never actually driven that track either, which was another line that was spun.
That's just another...
But yeah, then...
tally to his dominance, really, wasn't it? His excellence.
Benetton snapped him up, and the rest is history. Winning the championship 94-95.
Yeah, his documentary on Netflix is cracking. Definitely
it is, yeah. Bit of a tearjerker at the end, though.
Yeah, they've got that new one coming out soon, haven't they, about Senna?
Yeah. But let's have a quick look at tyres anyway. We've got Bergen on softs, Era Voice on softs, single track hards, Kaiser Soze hards, Smith hards. Everyone else has gone the mediums. Seemed to be a common option. Tier 3 as well did the mediums.
Yeah, see, I don't find the softs last very long round here. About 7 to 8 laps and they're gone.
I really wish I could have held them mediums on for longer, because I hated the hards.
You see, the last safety car on our race, I think it was about lap 25. My hards were perfect, but I thought, right, everyone's going to go softs here.
Evening, Ant. Just popped into the YouTube. Hope you've left us a like.
Here we go.
Here we go. So 3 red lights, 4, 5. Final time this week, we go racing. Again, I've got this awful camera angle where we're looking at everybody from the back.
Yeah, I don't want to see everyone's rear, thank you.
Oh, there we go. And Chris has managed to take the lead off the start. Ant's not had the best start, because Bobo's challenging him into turn 1.
Ooh.
I don't think Bobo's going to make that stick, though. I think Ant's just got that one held.
Don Jay's gained 1 on Kaiser, up to the 12th. Laupie's gained 1 on Fridgie, up into 14th.
So a little bit of movement further back as well, but most importantly...
further back between Laupie and Freak.
Let's go have a quick look at that then. Yeah, it's a little bit of chaos back there, isn't it? Bergen and Cowboy are scrapping for 5th and 6th as well.
Don't go too wide through there, boys. Whoa.
Lopi just getting the better of that one.
Yeah, Baby Hornet caught that, unfortunately. Lost out to Laupie.
Yeah, look to get a little bit squirrely. It's all absolute madness back there. With 2 wide, 3
Dante
wide.
just spun out. Oh, he's spun out and gone into Kaiser.
I think he clipped one of the Astins as well. I'm not sure if he spun there or if he received a little clip. Single tracks round.
Oh no.
He's recovered. I don't think he's got any damage either. He was in... B17's out, lost it on the final corner, straight into the wall.
That's going to be a safety car, yeah.
It is, yeah. I know the pain of doing that. I think I've done that on a restart. MRCX a few seasons ago, I was behind G-Star. He was in first, I was in second. That's when I had pace. He booted it for the final corner. I tried following him and went straight into that wall.
That is a bit of a dodgy, bit of a weird place on the track to lose it though. As soon as the track straightens up, he must have lost it on a curb or something.
I think he's probably lost it on the bend, and it's obviously spun and dragged him. It will have probably spun on the outside curb and then gone across the track.
Yeah, these curbs, the slightest touch sends you off.
Although when I did that, that was back when we used to have the cut-off and the little chicane. It was before they altered the track again.
Before they changed it, I remember
so it'll be an F122.
Yeah. I say what track they need to bring back though, Malaysia.
I would love it if they brought back Sepang. That is an amazing track. I'd really like it if they bring back Turkey as well. Long enough that we can have it in the game.
Aero Voice has left the session.
Must be a connection issue. I mean, luckily he's under safety car, so he's got every opportunity to recover that.
I did like Russia as well. Did you like Russia?
I did like Sochi actually.
Yeah.
But I don't think we will ever see that back, unfortunately.
No, not with the current world affairs going on, I don't think so.
I mean, I suppose we could jump back onto F121 and play it.
Yeah.
If you've got that one, that is, because you can't buy the old games anymore.
No.
I really wanted to buy F1 2020 on digital when it was a couple of quid. But I completely missed my chance and now it's gone.
No. Oh, you might be able to buy a disc copy though, surely.
My PS5 isn't disc, unfortunately. I've got it on disc for the PS4, but my PS5's the digital. So I can't play it on the PS5, unfortunately.
Yeah, see, I did want digital, but I went with the CD one only because I use it for Blu-rays and stuff.
It was all I could get at the time, to be fair.
Yeah.
It was when they were really hard to get. I was getting notifications on an app every time they came in stock. And
they're still holding money as well. 5, 6 years on, they're still going for about 400 or 500 quid.
Have you seen they're doing a Pro one?
Yeah. Have you seen the price on it though?
700 quid. Yeah, no thank you. You can keep that.
It can stay in the shop, yeah.
Who's it? In this lap?
Right, there we go. Let's get back to racing. Baby Hornet with a 10-second penalty. That must be that collision with Donde.
Chris is down to P6. He must have had a big moment as well.
Oh, what's happened there then?
He's not pitted or anything. The only people that have pitted are Bergen and Single Track. Here a voice is saying he's having some mega glitching. Everyone's crashing into him.
Yeah, Baby Hornet's going into the pits. So I wonder if he's going to try and get rid of that time penalty.
It's possible, yeah. Oh, not an ideal time to pit, I must admit.
No, I'm going to keep an eye on him. Yeah,
a front wing change coming up.
Yeah, Baby Hornet's lost his front end plate.
That's unfortunate. He'll be praying for another safety car now. Ooh, we've got a full track caution. It's gone green again. Bergen, 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flag. Full track caution again. What is going on here? Don't tell me we've got a glitch going on.
No.
It keeps coming up full track caution and then going back to normal.
Here we go, it's green again now.
That's usually the sign of a glitch. There we go again.
No.
Might be worth keeping an eye on Discord, they may red flag this. Fabian saying lobby is glitched really bad. Yeah, it seems to be. If you're going to red flag it, let's get it done sooner rather than later.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, that's you, just put a comment up on the chat. I think it might be because it keeps flashing between green and full track caution.
Yeah, I've got the track map up and it keeps going from green to normal to yellow. Well, it looks alright now.
If it stays, we can obviously carry on, but if it carries on doing that, we will have to red flag it.
Yeah.
It looks like we're good. Let's get racing then. Right. Bobo giving Ant a really hard time at the moment.
Yeah, I was on board with it just before that glitch, and he's really piling on the pressure at Ant.
Them two have pulled away from Jules, and we know Jules isn't slow, is it?
Chris has taken the mood on Mahmood up into fourth. Very nice move there from Turn.
He's put one over on the Cowboy, has he?
He has indeed.
I think it was me and Simon that gave him that name. I was going to call him the Cow, and then we settled on Cowboy, just in case we offended anyone.
That's safe.
Yeah,
the 13th.
They don't call me Gav. He really doesn't care. He says what's in his head and
yeah,
stuff it. Ant setting the fastest lap. Chris responds.
Oh, Bobo's gone for a move down into P1.
Looks like he's got it as well.
Textbook move.
See, the more Bobo and Ant battle, the more it's going to favour Chris.
You want Jules and Chris scrapping out?
You see, that will help the front ones.
Jules, he lost the rear end.
So easy to do on that turn 3.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got no traction on like these guys have. I mean, they've got literally nothing, no line, no traction, no ABS.
Yeah, this scrap from P3 to P7 has close racing there.
It's a nervous one though, because one slight mistake and you're going to drop. If you're in Chris's position, you're losing a good few places there.
And I found if you lose it here, the car hasn't got enough time to go. So if you don't avoid it, that's it. Your race is over as well.
Baby Hornet's out.
Oh,
full safety.
Yeah. Just as Gibby got the moved on armour up into P6.
It looks like he's lost it coming out of turn 2, just into the start of turn 3. You know, we saw that a lot a few seasons ago. I think it was the start of F122. A lot of people were crashing at turn 2. It was a big thing for a few races, and then the next time we visited the track, everybody had got used to it. But all that week, I think nearly half the people who raced retired at turn 2. It was absolute madness. Jules and Chris can't seem to decide who's having P3.
Yeah, Don Dave, Gibby and Era all in the pits. Don Dave with a fresh set of softs.
Maybe not the wisest choice. They're not going to go for long.
No, down in T15, I'm only on lap 7. We can be in the pits very soon again.
Although nothing's going to last you till the end.
No,
I suppose you could run a set of softs out. Most people are still going to have to pit anyway, so you could run a set of softs out. If you're really good with tyres, you could make mediums work then. If you're not, you could jump to hards.
If your name's Ant, you definitely can.
If your name's Ant, you could probably make a set of softs last an entire race.
But yeah, no, Don Dave's going to be wanting for another safety car, or see how far he can take them softs.
Definitely. In fact, I'll expand on that. Ant could make them set of softs last the entire race and still have enough weight left for the weighbridge. But George Russell, take notes.
That 10-second penalty for Bergen's going to be costly. He might have been looking to get rid of that before the safety car came out.
I mean, he could serve it now and join the back of the pack.
But would it be served under safety car?
You can serve second penalties under safety car. It's only drive-throughs you can't.
Right.
A lot of people do pit under safety car to serve penalties like that, the 5s and the 10s, because it nullifies it a little bit. Yeah, you'll lose all your positions, but it does nullify that pain to some extent.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate you can't serve the drive-through under safety car.
I've seen so many people disqualified because of that.
Yeah, it's got to be at racing speed.
So a lot of the time it won't let you serve it when the safety car's coming in either. So then you cross the line and it goes, you're disqualified.
Yeah, I've been disqualified once because of that. So unfortunate.
Let's hope with the pack being so bunched, it's not the safety car's in this lap. We want to get some racing, not sit watching them weaving around under safety car. But Mylander is not supposed to be the race leader. We don't want to be giving him driver of the day. Well, let's see what happens.
Error voice is saying the lobby is glitched really bad.
Yeah.
It was in P7, but everyone's overtaking under safety car. Discord should be interesting after the race then.
Yeah, I think stewarding could be interesting as well if it's very badly glitchy. There we go, safety car in this lap. Chris's lobbies aren't usually glitchy though.
No, I was about to ask who's hosting this lobby. If it's Chris, then
it's usually Chris Bailey who hosts this. I've been in a few of his lobbies and never had an issue.
No, yeah, same.
Because obviously he does a lot of practices. He's always hosted tier 1.
Yeah, exactly.
The only time we've had issues with him hosting is when you're trying to get some of our foreign members joining. They seem to have an issue connecting to him.
Yeah.
There we go, Bobo's gone, Ant's gone with him. You need to get up earlier than that to catch Ant napping. It's always me that ends up caught napping. Yeah. And Chris might make the move here before turn 1, and he does.
Nice.
I wonder how much pain that put him through overtaking a Williams. Because he absolutely adores the Williams. Oh, Ant's had a big moment. It's down to P8.
Oh no.
I think he's managed to hold it at P8. But that's going to be painful from 2nd to 8th. That's played right into Chris's hands. Because I think it's... Oh yeah, it's X-Treme in it, so it's not battling it out for best of the rest at the moment. It's still battling it out for championship. Let's have a look what we got. See, Ant's ahead in the championship by... He's ahead of Chris by 32 points.
And we've still got Austria and Britain to race.
The legendary Silverstone.
Yeah, it's a good map, it's a good track to end the season.
It is. It's always a good track to race, is that one. I'd love to go watch the F1 there, but the prices are just wow.
Yeah, I went in 2005 when Alonso won his 2nd title with Renault.
2006 then.
2006, sorry, and had seats on the hangar straight. That was when these cars sounded their absolute best.
Oh, the proper engines.
The
what were we on then?
Racing.
V10. Was that the last of the V10s?
That was, yeah.
Because I think after that they went to the V8s, which weren't too bad.
That was the year, if I'm remembering correctly, when Butter lost it on the first lap. That big crash just after Maggots and Beckett's.
I love the Maggots and Beckett's complex. I would love to sit on that bridge just after Chapel and watch the cars come through Maggots and Beckett's.
Yeah, just flooring it through that.
There's obviously that video that circulates a lot when Hamilton was trying to win the race on 3 wheels, and you can see Max in the background.
Yeah.
And it's obviously the shot down from Sturt all the way down that straight, and you can see the car just weaving through. And it's like the direction change them cars can make is amazing. Chris is going for the move into turn 1. He's going to make that stick. He does. Slight lock up and a bit of a trail, but he's made it work.
Stu with the first of the 3-second track limits penalties. I'm just watching Bergen, single track and Kaiser, and they are really having it out. Single track got up on Kaiser before the final corner, which is a lovely move.
Let's go have a look at them now. Bobo's obviously going to try and stick with Chris. Them two could be trading places for the whole race the way it's going.
I wonder how them softs are doing for Donze, because he is really piling on the pressure onto Friddy.
Well, this is when he needs to make them work to get any sort of advantage out of them. Let's have a quick look at tyres. See, he's on 4-lap softs. Friddy's on 10-lap mediums. Kayser's on 10-lap hards. Bergen and single track are on 8-lap mediums. All the front runners are on 10 laps.
Yeah, Donde's tyres must be around the 12% mark right about now.
Especially the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Wow, the left-hand side takes an absolute hammering.
You took the words right out of my mouth, mate, because I did practice earlier, and my front left and back left, wow.
Yeah, run maximum pressures on the left side to try and keep the heat down.
I had them all round as well.
The right hand side I managed to obviously take some pressure out. I think I took 1 psi out of the rear and 2 out of the front, and it still didn't even it up properly. I could have taken more out and got away with it.
Yeah.
Ava Boyce has given up on the race, retired in the pits. I'm assuming he's had enough of the glitchy lobby.
Yeah, must be.
I'm assuming the stewards will go nice on him on that one. You can't be helped if you've got a really glitchy lobby.
No. Chris Bailey is really closing in on Bobo now. Oh!
Yeah. I tell you, them two are going to be swapping positions for lap after lap.
Yeah.
But it's just proof that Bobo needs to evacuate Tier 3 and take himself to Tier 1 next season.
Yeah, Tier 1, 100%.
I think he'd be right up there in the top 5 or 6.
And there goes Mr. Bailey into P1.
I'm just watching on board with single track. Single track has barely any straight line speed. But what a move to hang it around the outside of turn 1, inside of 2. Can he hang it round from the outside of 3?
Laupy sticking to that inside line.
What a ding dong this one is. Turn 4 is trying to go around the outside, which will give him the inside for 5.
These two.
He's got the inside for 5. Can he get the traction down?
Yeah,
he can. What a move there from single track. Amazing racing from the pair of them. Unfortunately, it's dropped him back from Bergen though, which will leave him vulnerable on the straight after turn 9.
Yeah, and that 10-second penalty is still there. See, if I was Bergen, I'd be getting rid of that penalty sooner than later.
Definitely.
Oh, then he lost it. Oh.
His best hope now is another safety car.
Yeah, 100%.
Around the time he wants to pit, then he can change his tyres and get rid of the penalty at the same time.
Yeah, pit, time penalty, hards. Take that to the end.
So keep an eye on Lorpe. He's got Dondage pushing him round as well. His single track going to lose 2 here.
And Bobo back into P1. Yeah, like you said, mate, these two are going to be at it all race.
Ooh, side by side again.
Single track. Ooh.
Not an inch is given.
Wow.
Dondage looking like he's going to make it 3 wide into turn 4. And Lorpe loses out.
That was excellent racing. Dondage on the inside. He's going to...
I think Gabby Gabby's just tapped the back of Lorpe there.
And keeps position, very nice.
Let's go have a look a bit further up because we've got Chris Bailey, Bobo, Jules, Cowboy and Armour all practically sharing the same piece of track. There's about 1.5 seconds between the top 5. This is absolute mental to watch. It's spread a little bit, but at best there's about 2 seconds there.
Top 5 very close, and then you've got from P9 down to P14 incredibly close as well.
Jules ran very wide on the final corner. He definitely got a warning for that. Is Bobo going to make the move on to Chris into turn 1? Oh, Jules into the back of Bobo.
Oh no.
That's an end plate gone for Jules. That's not going to do him any favours.
He is pushing Bobo around there.
Cowboy got caught up behind him and Armar's just taken the pants down on both of them. He's like, yeah, thank you very much. You two run wide. I will have both of you.
Yeah, Armar's another one I've been really impressed with since he joined.
Yeah, he's
MRC.
He's a very clean racer as well.
Yeah, very clean.
Kaiser and Gabby Gabby, Freddy, they're all joining the back of the Lorpe train now. Or should I say the Dondage train? Dondage is leading that one.
Really hammering them softs though. He's only down to 25% ERS.
So it's hammering the softs and hammering the button.
Oh, Gabby just gone into the back of single track.
Then they've got Kaiser in the back of him and Freddy in the back of Kaiser. Chris has pitted.
Gabby is pushing single track round that final. Ooh.
Chris and Jules have taken the opportunity to pit. No penalty for either driver by the looks of it. They managed to get it stopped in time. I probably lost so many seconds there while we're braking too early to avoid the 10 seconds.
Ooh, Gabby's taking that now on the straight up into P8.
I think that's harsh on this game. It's gone from 5 seconds for speeding in the pits to 10.
Yeah, they changed it this year's game, didn't they?
Yes, doubled it and made it even more painful if you... Because even a kilometre an hour over and it's game over. Yeah, 10 seconds is a painful penalty.
Yeah, it caught me out yesterday.
Bobo seems to be making hay while there's no Chris Bailey in sight. He's just about out of DRS from Armar. I mean, it's going to be touch and go at the detection line.
Yeah, see, I think
they're in and out of it so much. But obviously Chris has pitted, probably hoping to get the undercut, but the undercut can be very powerful here.
I think he might have timed
Armar's pitted, which releases Cowboy into P2. Ant's pitted as well. They're all hoping to avoid the undercut from Chris. Let's actually jump on board with Chris, see where he is. He's just coming up to the penultimate corner. Obviously all of them are still stationary in the pit lane. I think Chris is going to get a good undercut here.
Yeah.
He flies down the main straight while all the... Yeah, the front one has just got the pit limiter off, which was Armour. So yeah, that undercut has definitely worked out for Chris there.
Yeah.
Can he undercut on Bobo and make that little bit of a gap that he needs to stop him being in DRS range?
See, that 10-second penalty on Bergen, that's going to cost him massively.
He's currently 20.6 seconds behind Bobo. I'll leave it on lead of time for a little bit and just see what... He's not gaining massively. He keeps losing a tenth here and there and then gaining it back. So whatever Bobo's doing on them tyres is working, and obviously Chris is trying to warm these hards up, which isn't the easiest thing in the world to do.
No, especially on this track. But mind you though, I found after 2 laps they were pretty much
Cowboys
not
pitted.
there.
I mean, just as I said that it's not the easiest thing to do, he came drifting through turn 9 practically. Dondage has now pitted, he's giving up on them softs.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's sort of that time now.
Here comes Chris coming around the final corner.
And Gary decided to stay out.
Bobo still hasn't pitted. Obviously
Yeah, Bobo needs to pit now or within the next 2 laps really, or he's going to lose a lot of positions.
Well, Chris is 20.4, 20.5 behind, so he's not gained massively, but if I know Chris, he's probably been sensible trying to hold them tyres as well.
Single track's gone for mediums, that's interesting.
What did he start on though?
Yeah, he started on the hards. But can the mediums go another 16, 17 laps?
I think they can. I took mine about 17 laps and they felt alright. They were a little bit dead at that point, but they weren't awful. I think if I'd have stuck it out, I'd have probably got through the grading phase and they'd probably come back on me. But it's choices we make. Yeah, Chris has not really closed that gap. In fact, to be honest, there's not a lot of action at the moment. I think
Freddie really isn't.
Freddie and Gabby are about the 2 closest.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it on Chris to see where he comes out with the top.
Well, he's 19.8 now. He is closing that gap slightly, but not massive gains. Either Bobo has got some secret with them tyres like the McLarens do, or Chris is holding back a little bit to not destroy his tyres.
He's got that Verstappen fingers tonight, hasn't he? Feeding that Red Bull.
Who was that spun?
Oh, is that that's Freddie?
I thought he was a McLaren.
Freddie in the McLaren, yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so painful for him. What were his tyres on?
He lost it on the corner of
18 lap mediums. I think it's safe to say he's hit the grading phase bad and then are probably dead. Let's go check in with our race leader. We've not really seen him because he's doing a max.
Interesting that Cowboys pitted for softs.
Funny enough, the last time Max actually won a race was Spain. And where are we? Spain. So Bobo's trying to do a max. Bobo is now on 19 lap mediums. He's on his 20th lap on a set of mediums. I think he's trying to hold out for softs here. Dondage with 3 seconds. Let's have a quick check in on the penalties. So Bergen with 10 seconds, Dondage, Stube and Smith all with 3. So definitely a lot less penalties than what we're used to seeing.
Can you hear me, mate?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, no, my controller just disconnected. The penalties are coming in thick and fast now, aren't they?
They're not too bad.
Well, Dondage's got 3, Stube with 3, Smith's got 3, Bergen still with that 10 seconds.
That's going to be so painful when he pits.
Yeah.
And he's going to have to pit soon.
There he is, he's in the pits.
Yeah, I mean, the mediums must be suffering by now. And he's just taken whatever life was left out of him by skidding into the pit lane. And his teammate's coming behind him! Oh, Kaiser's going to get absolutely mullered here with Bergen having 10 seconds.
Bergen going for a fresh set of mediums by the looks of it as well.
Talk about pain for Kaiser though.
Wow.
You've got to feel for the guy.
How unfortunate is that? Ferrari with their strategies again. I
bet he'd not quite been notified that Berger was in the pit lane until it was too late. And obviously he's thinking, yeah, I'll pit, it's about my optimal lap, and then he's got the notification going, teammate in the pits, and he's probably gone, no! True Vader style. Speaking of Darth Vader, I think we need to make a small mention to...
Barbo's into the pits now.
He certainly is. I think a small mention to the legend that was lost this week. The voice of Vader and Mufasa and many other famous roles.
Yeah, God rest his soul. That's definitely a big loss to the world.
Let's see where Chris is. Chris is flying around the final corner. Bobo is moving in the pit lane. Chris has gone ahead of him. But what advantage has he gained, considering Bobo is on the softs? I know he's got like 12 laps to go, but can he make them hang out, considering what he did on the mediums?
Cowboy in front of Chris on 4-lap old softs, and you've got Gevy in P1 on 15-lap hards.
Let's jump back to intervals. So yeah, we've got Chris and Cowboy having a bit of a battle. Armar and Ant, let's go have a quick look at that one.
Yeah, they're in a bit of a tussle. I'm just on board with Armar at the moment. Bondage and Jules having a nice scrap down in P8 and P9.
Yeah, we'll go have a look at that one in a minute. We've only got a few battles now to really look at.
Lost it on the uphill chicane.
So easily done there. Just with it being off camber, it throws you back in. You've got to be prepped to hold it.
You've literally got to go up that hill like a foot off the throttle.
Fairly close battle at the front with Gary, Cowboy and Chris.
Got Bergen chasing down Laupy for P11. And that might be the move done.
Let's go Bergen. Check in on that. Yep, he's going for it. It's literally a drag race because they've both got DRS. Who's going to come out ahead? It's just going to be Bergen.
Just gets it done. Laupy back on the outside.
Well, as we saw earlier with single track, Laupy does not give in easily.
No, absolutely not. Bergen gets it done nicely.
Jules with 3 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, Cowboy's got P1. Oh no, back again. This is a scrap at the front between Gevy and Cowboy.
And Chris is there just going, come on boys, make a mistake, give me an opportunity.
Yeah, he's just waiting for that free pass, isn't he?
I think Cowboy's going to suffer big time here with 2 of them coming.
Yeah, Gevy's, yeah.
Here comes Chris on Gevy, and he's going to get Cowboy.
Oh, bit of wheel bashing down straight there, easy boys.
Yeah, I don't...
Nicely done, 2 for the price of 1.
I think one of them could have done with checking their arrows there.
Yeah.
I saw what Chris did, he was trying to box him in to give him the extra opportunity, and...
Yeah.
Well, obviously either the arrows didn't come up or he didn't realise they were there, and he goes, I want to move anyway. Oh, he was doing an Oscar Piastri from the start of Monza.
Right, these next 11 laps are going to be very spicy at the front.
Armar's holding well behind Ant.
Just wonder how long Gevy can hold out on them 17 lap hards, because I found on this track the hards can last around 22 laps.
Oh, Bobo's side by side with him in turn 10 and 11.
Yeah, on them softs he's gonna dominate them corners.
But Chris unfortunately hasn't managed to scamper.
Cowboy nearly lost it.
Chris has not scampered the way he would have liked. Bobo's arrived on the scene very quickly. And I think he's going to get the move done on Chris here.
Yeah, I think medium soft is the good call from Bobo here.
It just depends how well he can hold them softs on. Obviously, Chris is going to have the tyre advantage.
Yeah.
What Chris ideally needs to do now is stay behind him, stay in his DRS, use that for defence.
Would be interesting to know though what these guys are running fuel wise.
Knowing Chris, it won't be much over.
Yeah.
I think he normally does similar to what I do in about half a lap over, if not almost on the limit. Well, just watching one driver and he's about 3.6 up. But obviously the safety cars don't help matters with that.
Yeah.
If you get the right camera angle when you're watching someone, you can just view it on the steering wheel, but it's not obviously the on-board view, it's when you get the side camera.
Yeah, it's just funny you hit that because I was on water stoop and I had that camera, the wheel. Smith's about to be lapped by his teammate.
Let's go have a look at Armar. He's really close to Ant now. DRS obviously dragging him in. He's either not quite got the overall pace to get past, or he's doing an esports and holding back. Planning his attack. If Chris isn't careful, he's going to drop out that DRS, and that will be crucial. Although Bobo's made a massive mistake on the uphill chicane.
Yeah, just caught the end of that.
That's just let Chris back in nicely. And I think they're about to come up and lap Smith as well, which is going to probably DRS for defence down the main straight. See how he gets on. Yep, Bobo did get the DRS for defence. And Smith moves over to let him past. Nice to see.
Yeah.
We don't want any cars driving through other ones. It's super distracting. It's hard enough when you're battling someone to pick out your braking point as it is without someone driving through the middle of you.
Yeah, absolutely. That turn one can catch you out if you're not careful.
Yeah, I had a couple of times where I braked a little bit too late there, and it's like, oh no!
Yeah. We've got Cowboy all over the back of Gibby.
Yeah, we're just looking at
Stu, but round.
It was all over the back of Lorpy. In fact, that all over the back, he nearly went into the back of him at turn one. He managed to hold it though. Let's go have a look at Cowboy. Obviously, Gabby's dropped off the battle at the front now, which Chris will be delighted with. Allows him to concentrate on Bobo instead of watching his mirrors at the same time.
Yeah, he's closing the gap down on Bobo bit by bit.
I think Gabby's... Is he running out of tyres or what?
No,
he is on 20 lap hards.
Yeah.
I think his tyres are running out of steam now and he's just struggling.
Yeah, the Cowboy's going to make the move now for P3.
And Chris makes the move for the lead at the same time.
Ooh. Bobo's going to try taking that back on the inside, is he? No.
Couple of really good battles to keep an eye on here.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of the field is spread, apart from you've got Lorpy, Stoob, Kazem and Friddy all in and out of distance. They're sort of plateaued out a little bit. You've got Cowboy and Gevy, and then Chris and Bobo.
Yeah, Bobo and Chris, assets.
It's the Red Bull versus the Junior Red Bull.
Yeah.
Which one will come out on top? If there was any doubts about the equal performance, I think Chris is putting that one to bed a little bit anyway.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've heard a few rumours about that equal performance isn't quite equal, but no stern proof. And here we go, Bobo's going for it again.
Yeah, there he is. I was the same, hearing a lot of mixed things, but nothing concrete. And I'm sure if there was a drastic difference, a lot of us drivers would have realised by now.
Gary has taken Cowboy. Despite them almost dead hards, he's managing to stay within DRS.
Yeah, very DRS dependent right now, Gibby is.
Although the softs will be brilliant in a couple of laps' time, so can he actually make them hards work?
Mind you though, Ant is catching up.
He certainly is. Never count out Ant for a late charge, that's for sure.
Come on, McLaren.
Things we love to see, McLaren winning.
Absolutely.
Things I'd really love to see, them actually supporting Norris, because he's the one with the chance.
If only Norris was good at race starts.
Well, yeah, there is that.
Oh, bless him.
Amazing driver, but his race starts
He
absolutely
really
suck.
is. Yeah, cannot fault that guy.
Although, funny enough, Michael Schumacher had the same problem. His race starts were awful.
Yeah, and look at him.
Yeah, 7-time world champion, 91 wins.
Exactly.
So it's not all about the race starts, but
Lando will become a world champion one day. Absolutely.
he's the only one of the two that's got the chance this season, and if they don't act on that correctly, it's going to be another 2007 where they give away the championship.
They just need to stop having Oscar and him fighting,
Papaya
especially
rolls.
when Lando's that close to the top. I mean, what is it? I think it's only 60 odd points between Max and
63,
Lando.
I think now.
Yeah.
They need to drop Papaya rules, promise Oscar a bonus, and go, look, support your teammate. If next season we're in the same position, you get the chance.
Exactly, and this is what Oscar's second season.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't fault the guy either because what he's done is incredible for his second season. But
obviously with Webber being his manager, I think it's in his contract that he's not a number two. So you need to make the agreement with him, financially pay him off a little bit, and promise him return favour.
Yeah, I was never a fan of Webber, personally.
I quite liked him in 2010, but after that he started to get on my nerves a little bit.
Yeah. Right, and up into P4 now. Then get them hard together are starting to fall off now.
I think they are, yeah. And obviously Ant's going to now really start to push. I think his tyres will be coming into that really good window where you can just... And obviously Cowboy is on the soft, so his will be starting to fade a little bit. I think Bobo's probably going to have the same problem soon.
Yeah, this battle between Chris and Bobo though, is both of them on 90% ERS, just conserving that battery.
You can build it up again quite easily on this track if you do it in the right places.
Yeah, and obviously these two have been inseparable, so they've had the opportunity as well.
I thought Ant was going to go in the back of Cowboy then. Got super close in turn 10. It's just proving how much of a premium the traction is for Cowboy right now. Is Ant going to make this work? He's got the DRS, the flap is open.
Oh, it was a bit twitchy there.
He goes to the right. Gebby's going to try and come through as well, and he does.
Wow.
That's the problem with it. That DRS straight can be so powerful because you run high wings here.
And it's such a long straight as well.
It feels like it goes on forever, but when you're actually trying to make a move, it's not that long.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel long enough sometimes.
Before you know it, you're downhill and you can't see the apex.
Yeah, if you've gone to the right hand side, you really struggle to see that apex. But you're better being on the right hand side for getting it tucked in for the position. But
Yeah.
just going around the outside is a lot harder, but it's better for the braking zone to go around the outside. Swings and roundabouts. But my God, it's the penultimate lap already. We need to go watch Chris and Bobo then, because this is probably the last chance saloon.
Yeah, Bobo's putting a bit of a gap now.
Chris will be absolutely dumping all that ERS. He's going for the outside.
There, he's done it.
He's made it work.
Turn 1. Wow.
What a move there from Chris Bailey. Now he's just got to hope
Chris
he can.
Has to defend for his life now.
Well, the Bobo's on the outside on turn 4.
Oh, Bobo's gonna go. He's got
both harvesting
line.
like crazy. Oh, very twitchy.
Up.
But there was a mistake from Bobo as well, so it's not game over just yet. But Bobo has got back ahead. It's going to be a do or die moment from Chris down this DRS straight, that's for sure. Here we go, the wings open. Can he make the move?
Oh, Bobo on the defence. Very defensive.
Bobo goes defensive.
Bobo.
I think Bobo's actually got the measure of him here.
Yeah. Don't think it's going to be enough.
No, I think Bobo's got this done. What a race from Bobo that one was. So Bobo wins, Chris in second. Ant's going to come home third. Just waiting for him now. With Gevy in fourth, Cowboy in fifth. Armar will come home at sixth. Just coming around the last corner now. Single track on the last corner. Come on, P7, and then penalties start to become an issue.
I think that's proven it now.
We've got Jules and Dondedge, Bergen. Penalties haven't actually affected anything. Kaiser Soze coming on now in P11, Friddy 12th, Stoob 13th. Obviously Smith's 15th and already finishes a lap down, and there we go, Lorby is our final one over the line in P14. So there was a few penalties, but they didn't actually affect anything in the end. Gabby gets the driver of the day from the game.
Yeah, that was phenomenal racing from all.
I think
very close nail-biting moments there.
What was that? Although, despite his ridiculous podium celebration, I probably have to give Bobo driver of the day there for the way he's took it to Chris. Phenomenal racing from the pair of them.
Yeah, really was. Very close, clean, respectable racing there from the both of them.
Good to see a McLaren on the podium.
As always. That was a good recovery drive from Ant though.
Definitely. Unfortunately, he didn't manage to convert that pole, and it seems to be a bit of a McLaren thing, does that? There we go. I'll just scroll down so all the timings and everything are available for the results. No DNFs for B17, Baby Hornet and Era Voice. Everybody else managed to finish. I don't know how that will pan out on the points. I think Armar's won tier 2 again. Oh, he's right up there anyway, so that's going to give him a massive lead on Agoni in the standings.
Yeah.
But there we go, that is Spain done for the MRC week. Next time we are live will be on Friday in Austria for MRCX. And then obviously back on Monday and Wednesday as normal. Well, thank you, Aaron, for joining me tonight.
Pleasure as always, mate.
We definitely got some interesting racing there.
Yeah.
But that's us signing off for the evening, and join us again Friday. But for now, it is good night.